welcome back to my channel. So today I'm really excited about this video because I am going to be reviewing the new Nude Huda Beauty palette, and it looks like this. I'm actually really excited about this, and you guys have actually been liking my reviews a lot, so let me know in the comments box below if you guys actually really do like them, and if you guys want me to review anything else, then leave that in the comments box below so I can go buy that so that you guys don't have to spend your money on it if it's bad. When you first buy it, this is the packaging, and you can it's kind of like see-through, so I think it looks really cool. It's just white. It says new Nude Huda Beauty. Then you open it up, and this is the inside, or this is the packaging, if that makes any sense. And then when you open up the palette, it has a nice mirror for you, and then your eyeshadows right over here. What made me buy this palette was some of like the shimmer shades, like the shade Crave, Daydream, Fantasy, Charmed. They all are like a different formula. I did hear Huda Beauty say that it was a formula that no one else has done before, so it just kind of really intrigued me. I do know a couple people that I saw on Instagram that said that they really did like the palette, so I'm hoping I feel the same. And usually when I do reviews on stuff, I don't watch anyone else's reviews before I come on here, but for this one I'm so glad I did, because the shade down here, the shade Concealed, is actually, you're supposed to use it kind of like an eye base, so I'm going to be testing that out as well, letting you guys know my thoughts on that. This palette has 10 matte eyeshadows. It has 4 of like this other formula, and it also has 2 glitters, and then it also has an eye base slash concealer, so I thought that was pretty cool. I am going to swatch some of these shadows for you guys, but I've said this before and I will say this again. Whenever I review like eyeshadows, I always say this, that swatches to me don't really mean anything. A swatch could be really good, and then when you use it on your eye, it doesn't even really work all that well, and then sometimes swatches don't look the best, but then the shadows perform really good on your eyes. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch some of the mattes first. The shade Bear, the shade Play, and the shade Love Bite. I have those right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and swatch those for you guys. That is what these look like. I feel like they swatch pretty nicely. They don't look super crazy pigmented or anything, but like I said, swatches don't really matter that much to me. And then the shades that really look so cool to me is these shades right here. Like this shade right here, Crave, and the shade Fantasy. And I'm also gonna swatch the shade Charmed. And I already swatched some of these shades right here when I had gotten the palette. I just could not resist and I had to swatch it. But these are the shades I'm gonna go ahead and swatch next. Yeah, these swatch like butter. It's not like, I don't know if it's like a cream eyeshadow or what it is, but they swatch so freaking nice. Like, the camera does not do these justice, you guys, because these ones look so freaking beautiful in person. You don't get like any of like the little chunks that it kind of shows, but I don't know what those are in there for. Swatch this shade right here, the shade Kinky. This one I feel like is going to be more like just like a regular metallic. It's not like that other formula that they created, but I'm going to go ahead and swatch that one. It also swatches really beautiful, but it's definitely not like as intense as these ones right over here. Lastly, I am going to go ahead and swatch the 2 glitters. There's 2 actual glitters in here, and those are in the shade Excite and Infatuated. You guys, some of these names of these colors: Spanked, Kinky, Infatuated, Love Bite. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and swatch these glitters right here. I'm going to swatch these a little closer so you guys can kind of see what's going on. So they swatch okay. They definitely don't swatch anything. I don't know about those. We're gonna have to go ahead and test them out. Usually I'm not a big fan of like pressed glitter. The only ones I do like is I do like the pressed glitters from Glitter Injections. Their glitters are really, really good. Swatch really well. They sit on your eyes really well. But I've also gotten those other glitters that kind of just feel like Vaseline, and only like the top layer is good. But these ones, thank God, they don't feel like Vaseline-y or whatever, but they don't swatch the best. So hopefully they work on our eyes. Sorry, those shades are just like, these ones right here, oh my goodness. So if you guys have been on my channel before, you guys would know that I usually prime my eyes with my Tarte Shape Tape. Sometimes I will use my Urban Decay primer potion. I'm gonna go ahead and use this for this side of my eyes, and then I'm gonna go ahead and use the eye base in the palette, in the Huda Beauty palette on this eye, so we can just kind of get a comparison of how that's gonna work. Go ahead and start to prime my eyelids. Like I said, I'm using my Tarte Shape Tape on this side and the eye base that comes in the palette on the other eye. Taking the shade Concealed, which is the eye base, I'm gonna go ahead and pick some of that up and start to prime my lid. It's definitely not as opaque as my Tarte Shape Tape, but we're gonna give it a go. Hopefully it works pretty well. Pick some up on my blender as well, and just kind of use that to blend out the edges. And just kind of blend it out. I don't know how I feel about this. It's very, very thin. It could be like the best primer in the world. You never know. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it out for y'all. I mean, it's a base. A base is a base, I guess. As long as it works well with the shadows, then it should be fine. But I think a little bit more, I kind of do like a little bit more of like a thicker base. The palette doesn't have a like shimmery shade in it, like a shimmery shade to highlight my inner corner and stuff. So I'm going to take the shade Bare, which is just this matte shadow over here. And I'm going to go ahead and set my inner corners. It is a really pretty shade, but I feel like I would like a shimmery shade that was kind of like a similar tone. I'm gonna dip into the shade Teddy, this one right here, and I feel like the only issue I'm having right now with the eye base in the palette is that if there's fallout, it's gonna get in there and it's just gonna mix it. It's not gonna be a good thing, but I'm gonna go ahead and dip into the shade Teddy. There is a little bit of fallout. I'm not sure if you guys can see. You guys probably can't, but I personally don't really care for fallout. I've said this a million times. I don't care, because as long as it's on my eye, as long as the shadows work good, and as long as it's not falling out of the pan, then I don't mind, because I do my eye makeup before any face makeup anyways, so it doesn't really bother me. I'm gonna go ahead and just start to work this in. And this is the side that has my Tarte Shape Tape on it. I'm actually pretty excited about this palette because it's my first time using Huda Beauty eyeshadows, so I don't know what to expect. Taking a bigger a bigger brush, just to kind of distribute that, and it did give me a lot of fallout actually. I mean, I did dip into it pretty hard, but it's okay, I'll just blow it away. I'm missing my E27 brush, and that's usually the brush I like to blend with, but we're just gonna make it work. This is a pretty similar brush, so everything should be fine. I mean, the shadow's blending out pretty nicely. So far, so good. Just like that, I think so far it's pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and repeat the same thing on the other side. and hopefully it works just as good. This side right here that I'm about to do is the side with the eye base from the palette, so I'm gonna blend it out so that way there's no creasing. I don't know why this side just blended so much more like effortlessly, but we're just gonna work with it. We're just gonna work with it and hope for the best. Now I'm gonna dip into the shade Raw, this one right over here, and it does have like a little scratch on it from my nail, so we're just gonna ignore that. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of deepen up the look a little bit. Shadows are blending out really nicely though. I think it's looking pretty nice. I just don't know what happened with this side. Maybe it's just me, but I'm gonna go ahead and go in and do the same exact thing. We're gonna hope for the same outcome. I'm just building that shade Raw up, and I'm actually really liking this, you guys. I just don't like this eye. I don't know why. I don't know if it is the eye base. I don't know what went on over here, but it don't look the same. It's coming together though. It's coming together for sure. The shadows aren't bad though. I actually really like them. And like I said, it's my first time using Huda Beauty eyeshadows. Next, I'm going to take the shade Love Bite just to kind of deepen everything up. And you guys, I'm actually really liking it. I didn't want to hate the palette, but I also didn't want to love it because it's $65. I do like the shades though. And the shadows are not disappointing me. I think it's just the eye base that I'm not 100% convinced with right now. I'm going to go ahead and blend out the edges a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut my crease. I'm super excited to test out the shimmery shades. I think on this side, I did have a little more like trouble blending everything out, and the shadows just, I don't know, it just doesn't look the same to me as it does on this side. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut my crease and then we will see. I'm a little bit, I don't know if I should set down my, concealer after I cut it, just because these shadows are different formula, so I don't wanna, you know, put them on such a wet base. I might just kind of lightly set that concealer down with the shade Bare, and then I'll put those on top, but we'll just go ahead and see. I'm gonna cut my crease really quick and then we'll see. Now that I have my crease cut, I think I'm gonna go ahead and take the shade Crave, which is this one right up here, which is one of the ones that are kind of like different formula. I hope I'm making sense. I'm gonna attempt to pick it up with my brush, but I honestly doubt that it's gonna pick up like or actually apply really nicely with the brush just because of the formula that it is. I'm gonna blend out this really quick to make sure everything is good and there is no creasing. Let's try to apply it with the brush. Let's try to apply it with the brush. And then we'll see. It's actually not applying bad. It's actually applying pretty nicely. Not bad. I would prefer to apply this with my finger though, so I'm going to go ahead and just kind of lightly set this down using the brush, and then I'm going to go in with my finger to kind of intensify that. I will go in right now though and kind of blend out that edge. I'm taking the shade Love Bite, and I'm going to go ahead and blend out the edge with the concealer neat so that it looks flawless. I will pick up that shadow with my finger, and I'm just going to go over the lid using my finger. Oh yeah, that applies 10 times better. You know what? I really fucked up this video. I should have totally zoomed you guys in a lot more. I hope you guys don't hate me. I'm sorry. But I'm going to go ahead and... It's kind of hard to get in there since my nails are kind of long. The only thing I wish that they would have done is, I saw that in the PR package that they sent over to people, they also included 3 different brushes. One being, I think it's called the Fender Blender or whatever, and it's supposed to kind of mimic your finger. And I really wish they would have included that just for normal people, because when I went to go buy the palette, it wasn't even an option to get that. So I really wish that they would have included that, because I just feel like if that's, I don't know if it's formulated, like I don't know if those are meant to be used with this palette, but to my understanding, I believe so. And if that's the case, then I feel like they should have totally included that so that, you know, we could get the full effect as well. I'm gonna go ahead and use a smaller brush, and I'm gonna try to pick some of that up and kind of get it in where I need it and kind of try to be precise with it, because it's super hard to be precise when I have nails. These like shimmer shades are so beautiful. Why does my eye burn? My eye burns a little bit, so I'm hoping I'm not like allergic to these. Can I even be allergic to eyeshadow? Oh my god. My eye kind of burning, it burns. It kind of burns a little bit, you guys. I don't know. It's probably just because I wear contacts. It's probably not a big deal. I don't even know if you can even be allergic to eyeshadow, but I actually really am in love with these shimmer shades, you guys. I think they're so beautiful. Once again, that Fender blender would have came in handy, like, right about now. Sorry, my camera was out of focus. I do want to go in with the glitter in the shade Excite, just because I want to use the glitter to kind of see what it's all about. I don't know about the glitters, you guys. You know what? I'm going to leave it at that because I don't want to ruin my eye look. I don't know about the glitters. I just don't know. I just feel like they're... I don't know. We're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna go ahead and finish off this eye look, and I'm gonna go ahead and start on my face, and then we'll move on and talk more about what I think about the palette. then I added some lashes, and this is basically the eye look. I think it's super freaking beautiful, you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and finish off my under eye. I'm gonna be taking the shade Teddy, and I'm literally just gonna put this under my lower lash. And last time I did a tutorial, I did get some comments on people, you know, kind of confused about why I don't bring in my shadow all the way up here, but it's just, I just feel like it makes my eyes look droopy. I'll bring it in a little bit more, but I just feel like it makes my eyes look droopy, so I usually don't bring it in so much. Then for lips, I'm going to go ahead and go in with the Galactic Matte Lip Paint in the shade Demure. And you guys, the Galactic liquid lipsticks are probably the best formula I've ever tried, and I've tried so much. I have like so many drawers full of liquid lipsticks, and this is by far the best liquid lipstick formula out there. I don't know what it is about it. It's just like so thin, but still super pigmented. I would definitely give these a go because they are bomb.com. And that is pretty much it for this video, you guys. My final thoughts on the palette is I do like it. It is a little bit pricey, but I think that the shadows do blend really, really nicely. I think it is a beautiful palette. If you like these tones, then you will probably like this palette. The only thing I feel like I didn't really love were the two glitters. I wish maybe they would have added more of these, like this formula right here instead of those two glitters. I just don't really think I'm gonna be getting use out of those, but some of you guys might like the glitters. And then the eye base or whatever, I feel like it's not the best. I feel like for sure my eyeshadow looks 10 times better on this eye than it does on this eye. I don't know, I just don't think it's really necessary. Overall, I do think it is a beautiful palette. I do really like it. I'm definitely going to be filming more videos with this, more tutorials. Let me know if you guys would like to see that. I think the packaging is super, super pretty. I don't know, I do like it, you guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this review slash tutorial. Let me know down in the comments box below if you guys are liking these review videos and what you guys would like me to review next. Let me know if you guys are going to be picking up the palette as well. I love you all so much. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are watching this video. You guys are already here and it really helps me out. Turn your post notifications on so you guys are notified every single time I upload a brand new video. I love you all so much, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.